These wonderful machines over. Come on over. Okay, take one home today. All right. So we're gonna peel this orange, ladies and gentlemen. This machine is a whole foods juicer. Now, what does that mean? That means we juice everything. We juice the seed, we juice the pulp, we juice the fiber, we juice it all. You don't have to go through a ton of produce to get a little bit of juice. Now, I only use the right side of the banana because it's sweeter than the left side. Did you know that? Yeah. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and the only Vitamix 6500. Nothing like a Vitamix machine. We're going to drop that in just like that. We're going to put in some pineapple. We're going to put that pineapple. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to put that pineapple in like that, okay? Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, less produce equals more nutrition when you have one of these wonderful machines. And we're going to put the core in just like that. Okay? And this is the machine. We're not going to add any liquid in it. You can turn peanuts into peanut butter, almonds into almond butter, almond milk, gazpacho, hummus, pico de gallo, sausage, dips, and spreads, guys. All in the same machine. You never have to change the blade, okay? Again, excellent opportunity for you to take one home. We'll put a little bit of agave in there, sweeten it up a little bit. Okay? And we're going to put in some ice. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can use whatever kind of ice you want to use. This is a low-calorie organic ice that I like to use in my machine, okay? Yeah. Real easy to use the machine, guys. We've taken out the guesswork, okay? And this is the Vitamix 6500. I'm going to turn it over to the smoothie setting, hit the start button. All right, now if I need it, this is called a tapper tool. Better to have it and not need it than not have it. I'm going to take everything and push it down to the blade. Now at home, you'd have to use a spoon or a spatula, right? And you have a broken spoon and spatula. But no more of that, because that collar right there keeps it from ever touching the blade, okay? I'll tell you the other thing you never do with your machine, guys. You never take the top off of it, right? Because you have smoothie everywhere. Okay, that's the power of the machine. Now the machine, the blade of it, is actually dull by design, dull as a butter knife, strong as a hammer. If you've ever had a hammer used before, have you ever sharpened your hammer? No, you don't sharpen hammers, do you? Okay? They hit, they smash, they crush. That's what's happening with the machine right now. And guys, in just a few more seconds, the machine is going to shut off just like that. All right? Gives you the ability to be able to walk away from your Vitamix machine. All right? Now I want you to look how smooth this is. All right? Now look at this. This is what we call liquid silk. Look at that. See that? See how smooth that is? See, at home, ladies and gentlemen, you do what I call the sip and chew. You guys know what the sip and chew is? That's when you sip a little bit and chew a little bit. When you have a Vitamix machine, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to worry about that. Now, what do you get? You're going to get a 7-year top to bottom warranty. A recipe cookbook. Now, outside of Costco, ladies and gentlemen, this machine is $5.99. Okay? Here, $4.99. Plus, we're going to take an additional $60 off. So it's $4.39, best price I've had all year long. Let me show you how to clean it before I put that out. All you need is a drop of soap and water. You never have to take the machine apart to clean it. All right? So we should clean the house like that. Just touching my button. There you go. It's self-cleaning. You never have to take the machine apart to clean it. Just like that. Okay? Now, guys, I want you to stick around because next up, we're going to make an ice cream. Okay? Now, go ahead. Try that. All right. The machine comes in platinum, comes in white, comes in red, comes in black. But don't run. What's in here?
Caviar and
the
apple
whole,
juice.
like you did this morning? Okay. Now this is just apple juice, ladies and gentlemen, and agave, okay? Uh-huh. No. This is organic. So we're going to put in, this time we're going to put in some lemon. We're going to put that lemon in. Now, I know you guys like to sip and run, but I need you to stay here and check out the demo. So we're going to put that lemon in just like that, right? I'm going to put in banana. This is what I call my pink lemonade ice cream, all right? We're going to put that in. 3 or 4 simple ingredients is all it takes to make a nice, healthy dessert. I don't know how many of you all are old enough to remember having to make ice cream, ladies and gentlemen, but guess what? In your Vitamix machine, you make it exceptionally easy to make a nice, healthy ice cream. So we're going to take some purple cabbage just like that. And we're just going to drop that in just like that. How's that for your ice cream? See that? Okay? Real simple, real easy, ladies and gentlemen. No muss, no fuss. We're going to put in a little bit more agave in here. And then we're gonna put in some ice. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, like I always say, you can use whatever kind of ice you want to use. This is a low-calorie organic ice that I use in my machine, all right? Yeah, it exists. Only if it exists in my head, right? Guys, you don't have to be a professional to get professional results, but I'm telling you, this is the machine that professionals use. They use the Vitamix machine, all right? Look at that. Quick clean up real quick. Here we go. You guys ready? Okay, now this is not the mannequin challenge, so you have to talk back to me, smile, that kind of thing. Make me feel good about myself, all right? So turn it over to frozen dessert, hit the start button. Okay, now if I need to, and I don't think I will use my tamper tool, and all we're gonna do is make sure we get everything right down into the blade that never touches the blade. Again, we don't depend on a bunch of sharp blades. One set of blades are dull by design. If you try to put this in your normal blender at home, you burn it out. Also, keep in mind that this is a machine that's chosen by professionals around the world, right? So when you go to places like Jamba Juice, Smoothie King, Tropical Smoothie, Outback, guys, this is the machine that they use. I've had my own personal machine for about 10 years, guys. I've been doing this for nearly 4 years, okay? So I had a Vitamix long before. I had a Vitamix long before I became a demonstrator. I got tired of buying AKA, inexpensive AKA, you know what I'm gonna say, right? Now what? Do you all know the most expensive thing you can buy is the least expensive thing you buy, because you're gonna buy the same thing over and over and over again. When you get a Vitamix machine, you buy it once. Okay, I just had a lady standing here. She's had her machine 35 years. This gentleman's had his machine since 1997, guys. That's nearly a 20-year-old machine. And so when people ask me, well, why do I get a Vitamix? Well, that's why. Because they're built to last, and it's an American-made product, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Now watch, look at this. Yeah, it is. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make blueberry ice cream, strawberry ice cream, banana ice cream, guess what? You can make it in the Vitamix machine, okay? Again, 7-year, top to bottom, unconditional warranty on the machine. Recipe cookbook outside of Costco. This machine is $5.99, ladies and gentlemen. Here, $4.99, but wait, there's more. Yeah, I saw that commercial, wait. We're gonna take an additional $60 off today, ladies and gentlemen. You can take it home $4.39. I have 2 models, and you can get the other one I have for $3.39, okay? Now let me show you the part that I love right here. Now this is our cleanup. You never have to take the machine apart to clean it. A little bit of soap and water is all it takes. We're gonna match your kitchen up, ladies and gentlemen. Platinum, silver, winter white. We got a fire engine red and an onyx black. Okay, but I want you to stick around, because next up, we're gonna make a hot soup in a machine that looks like a blender, okay? Look at that. See how easy it was to clean? You like that part, right? The easy cleanup. All right, now go ahead and try that. Now as you're trying that, we're gonna go ahead and start on that soup. All right, now again, stick around. I know you like to sample and run, but I want you to stick around. It does. Let it run. Let it run. Now watch now, we're gonna put in the carrot. We're gonna put in some celery.
Yep, it makes it look easy.
And we're gonna put in red cabbage. Now watch now. Now again, guys, what I'm showing you are the many uses of the Vitamix machine. And watch this. See that? Now I'm going to do it on the lowest setting, and watch. Just don't take your eyes off the prize. Oh, I'm sorry. Spoon. There we go. All right, now if you notice, I let that go for just a second so I can clean up, but I want you all to watch. Look at this, watch this. This yours? That's yours? Look at this. we have is a nice dry chop. Now I want you to look at that. See that? That's pico de gallo, see? That's salsa, that's hash browns, that's chopped salad, that's coleslaw. All in the same machine, guys. I never have to change the blade or add another attachment. Let's be honest, when you go out and buy these machines with a bunch of attachments, what are you gonna do? You're gonna lose them, okay? Now for demonstration purposes, I am gonna start with warm to hot water, and that's just to speed up the process, okay? All right, now we're gonna keep the paper towel in, that's fiber. No, that's not true. That's not, we don't do that, we don't keep the paper towel in. Okay? Now you don't have to start with hot water, ladies and gentlemen, at home, okay? All right, now watch. Now at home, you put it on the soup setting. When it's done, it shuts off. In this particular case, guess what? I'm gonna put it on the manual side. Now I want you to watch this, okay? So we're gonna put in, I'm gonna drop a couple of tomatoes in, just like that, okay? No, that's on the one, okay? We're gonna put in onion with the skin, ladies and gentlemen, with the skin. We're gonna drop that in. I got garlic now. We're gonna put that in with the skin. You can give this to your daughters and sons at about 13 years old. They'll never date. Just give it to them raw every day, okay? We're gonna drop that in like that. I got an organic vegetable bouillon. I'm gonna drop that in as well. Let me take the paper off on it first. Gotcha, uh-oh. Thank you. Now we're going to put this as an organic vegetable bouillon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to drop that in. We're going to put in a little bit of Southwest Mrs. Dash. All right. Just a little bit of that. Okay. And then we're going to dial it up. Now right now, the question that I normally get is, how does it get hot? That machine right now is traveling at about 240 miles an hour. It gets hot by way of friction. So if you were to rub your hands together, that produces friction, ladies and gentlemen. That friction produces heat. And this is how you can have hot soup in your Vitamix machine in less than 5 minutes, or right at 5 minutes, okay? All right, anybody ever make soup from scratch? Hours, okay? Hours. Now, when I say soup, I mean soup, okay? Again, you don't have to be a professional to get professional results if you have a Vitamix machine, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, what are you getting? You're getting a 7-year top to bottom unconditional warranty. We're going to throw in a recipe cookbook, okay? We're also going to give you your choice of color. It comes in platinum, comes in white, comes in red, comes in black. The hardest thing you have to do is choose the color you want. Normally it is $5.99, $3.99 here. And again, outside of here, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to spend a lot more money. You're going to spend more. We're going to take an additional $60 off. So you're going to get the Vitamix machine for $4.39 or $3.39, depending on the model that you get. Okay? And this is done. And don't take your eyes off the fire, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to do that. See that? All right. If you have steam coming off your blender at home, it's not steam. It's smoke. Okay? Blenders don't make things hot, but this is more than just a blender. This is a Vitamix machine, okay? Now, how many of you all, by show of hands, how many of you all have a refrigerator at home? Now, how many of you all have leftovers in the refrigerator? Raise your hand if you have leftovers. Have you ever had leftovers? You ever had leftovers? Go raise your hand. How many of you all have ever thrown away leftovers? Yes. How many of you all have thrown away money? Right. The average American household, $100 a month in produce. Okay, I bought these about 6 months ago. Oh, that's not true. They're fresh. Okay. I'm gonna put some of those in just like that. Okay. If you haven't figured it out, ladies and gentlemen, we're making a nice tortilla soup. Sopa. All right. Now watch. Now I can do this one or two different ways. I can either take my post feature and I can post it like that, or I can just hit the start button. Now I've used it as a food processor, ice cream maker, juicer. Now we're using it as a mixer. Banana nut bread, pancakes, waffle batters, pie fillings. Guess what? You can do it in the machine. Okay? And what we have, look at that. A nice hot soup. Again, ladies and gentlemen, get a machine, take it home, watch the results. Okay? Hardest thing you have to do Just choose the color you want. Okay? Now again, ladies and gentlemen, I keep a little bit of orange.